Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a scripted REST API. From the start I'm going to explain you how to create a basic object and later on how you can print that in a response of setBody. In the second example I'm going to explain you how you can use a GlideRecord and an if loop. In the third example I'm going to just make you explain how you can create an array of your choice, how you can use a while loop, and how you can finally push the complete array into a response body. Okay. Yes, in the filter navigator, just search for scripted REST API. Under System Web Services, Scripted Web Services, you find Scripted REST API. Click on it and click on a new as you are creating a new Scripted REST API. Write the name of your choice. Okay, and click on Save. You can observe that the API ID is generated by the name. You can just modify this or else you can leave as it is, and the base API path is going to populate based on the API ID whatever we have given. Okay, it's not depend on the name, it is dependent on the API ID what it is given. Okay, and if you scroll down under security you find the default ACLs. It is the default ACL that is created for our scripted REST API. According to your requirement, if you want to create your own ACL you can do that and you can just modify here. And content and negotiation and documentation are nothing but the two additional settings you can use according to your requirement. Okay, when you scroll down you can see a resources path. This is the place where you are going to create your request, like the method declarations of get, post, put, patch and delete. Okay, and the scripts also will be written within this same resources only. Just click on new. Okay, see, this is the interface where you can just create your own HTTP method and the scripting part. And based on the endpoint, if someone is going to hit, the script is going to run and the response is going to get generated. Okay, just to give the name of your choice here. I'll just give like a name of my choice like fetch incidents. And remember that uh, it's better if you can give the name here declared the same with the relative path so that there is no confusion. And just paste it here. Okay, it's nothing but no need of further confusion and it's going to help you in understanding much better. I'll just show you. This is the HTTP method, like you have all the methods here: get, post, put, patch and delete. And now you can select your method of your choice. I'm selecting the get method. I'm going to show you from the basic. Okay, just I'll select get, just save it. You can observe that when you have saved the form, a new uh, field has been generated called as a resource path. It's nothing but whatever the relative path you have given here will be populated here, will be appended here. How it looks like after your servicenow.com, this complete is going to be appended here, and when someone is going to hit that, the script is going to get executed in the response body. Whatever you are going to pass, that is going to get executed at the last level. Okay, now let us take a simple example of how you can create an object and how you can show that in your response body. Okay, this is the place where you can write your script. I'll just make it in a full screen, and this is the place where you can write. The first step is that you have to declare an object is equal to. See, whenever you declare an object, this is the structure how it looks, where obj is equal to a flower brackets and ending with a semicolon. Inside that you are going to declare how many things, whatever you require to get executed on your response, those can be declared here. I'll just declare a 3 things like Okay, this is the basic structure. Like when you are declaring an object, it's going to end with a semicolon, and you're going to declare how many things you want to come in the response. You're going to declare here, and I'm showing you the static values. Means whenever I'm declaring the codes and mentioning some string type of thing, I'm telling it is a static value. Okay, just here I'm just using a static value to explain you. And see, after every line you're going to end with a comma, but the last line whatever you're going to write shouldn't end with anything. That is the basic structure. Okay, later on how you can just show this all in the response of your endpoint. You can just do one thing, like here you can see request and response. These are the two things where you can make use of it. Now I want to say that I want to show the response. I want to use a response, so I just write like response dot set body of, I'm just going to pass this obj into my set body part. Okay, you just get a drop down whenever you have declared here, just end with a semicolon. This is the basic structure. Like if something whatever you have declared in this obj is going to be stored in this variable, and this variable directly I'm passing in the response dot set body. I'll just save it. Okay, and when I scroll down under related links, you find explore REST API. Just click on it. This is nothing but whatever the scripted REST API you have created, the interface you're going to get like this, and where you can make use of testing. API name, whatever I have given in the name, it has come up. API version is nothing but the latest. And whatever the method, I have created only one, right? So there is only one method, like a fetch the incidents of get. This is the endpoint, whatever I have written. See, in the starting, I have shown you that, right? This one. This is going to append with this .com I said. That is the only one I have shown here. After .com, there is this appended. And if someone is going to hit this endpoint, whatever I have written in this body, like obj, I'm passing here, right? That is going to print in my response. Now I'll just test by clicking on send. If I scroll down, I see the status code of 200. Okay, means it is successful. See, in the response body, you can observe that whatever I have passed in this obj, like number, status, and message, has come up because I have mentioned it is a static values. Whatever I have declared here have come up stating that this is the response of that endpoint. Okay, this is the first example. Now let us go a little bit more how you can use a glide records, how you can use a if loop. Okay, now let us do that. So now my requirement is like, for example, I'll just open my incident table. Hmm, I'll just open all. I'll apply a filter like active is true. Active is true. I'll click on run. So now I got a count of 40 records. Okay, now in my REST API Explorer, my second requirement is like how many active records are there? Like 40, there are 40 active incidents. I need to get in my response body, like number of active incidents is 40. Okay, I want to make a glide record on this incident table and get the count. How I can do that? I'll just modify my script. I'll just toggle to a full screen. Just you can just I'll just remove this all, and from the basic I'll start. I'll just declare one and only one count equal to -1. It's like an empty. You can understand that when I mention it is a -1, nothing is there. It's in a zero count, like you can understand. I'll just make it neatly. As I have written only one, I need not end with the comma. I can just leave it alike. Now the part starts with writing your glide record on that particular incident table. I'll just declare where gr is equal to new glide record with table. I'm writing on instance, so I'll just mention the same here. So when there is a slanted, you can understand that there is the table present and that table was selected. Okay, I'll write like gr dot add encoded query. Encoded query is nothing but if something here I have applied a query, right? And it is going to come in type of a URL, or you can understand. If I just copy this query, this is the part where I can directly mention without using any extra things. Here I'll just mention that I'll just paste it. Okay. When I have added an encoded query or else normal add query also, you are supposed to write gr.query. It's an important step. Dot query. It's fine. But next, like uh, it should enter into that loop. Like I'm just want to get the count, that's it, right? I don't want to get all the records. So it's just the count. If the condition is satisfied, just do this. So I would be using this if loop. If gr dot next, yes, if that condition is satisfied, just go into this loop and I'll just open and close a clever brackets. Here I'm going to push the all the count into this particular object. How I can do that? I have declared here, right? Obj. I'll write obj dot. I have this count declared, right? I'll just use count is equal to. I'll just mention this gr because I have queried this table. From this table, I want to get my record count. So I'll write gr dot get the row count, and that's it. Okay. Or you can. This is how you can do. See what I have done is like from this query I'll just get the row count. I'll get the 40. I just passed into obj.count and this was there in this variable. If I can directly print this obj now in my response, I can get the count like response dot set body. This obj I'll just declare here obj and just end with a semicolon. Just do remember to always end with the semicolons whenever you write a code. And whenever you declare an object like this, the last ending one shouldn't end with anything. As I have only one, I need not end with any comma. Okay. Now I'll just save it and we'll just do a quick run. I'll save. Now I'll just go to my REST API Explorer. I'll just do a refresh because it's the same endpoint I was using for my test runs, right? Okay, now I'll just click on send. It's a 200. Okay, it's a successful. When you go down, you can see in the result count is equal to 40. Okay, this is the thing what I have declared in my obj, and this is the one which I got from the glided query. Okay, this is how you can just make use of glide records, and secondly how you can use a if loop and how you can grab into that obj. Okay, now we'll just go to the third example, like how I can create a array, empty array, how I can use a while record, like sorry, while loop, and later how I can pass all the records into my response.setBody. Let us make little complex or as complicated, you can think little advanced so that you'll understand the concept of how you can use at a time the glide records, while loops and array functions. Okay. Now my requirement is like, for example, I have used like active is true. I got her 40 records. Now I want all these records to come up in my response body. And each incident, I'll be selecting only four particular fields. Like I want the incident number, SysID, short description, and color to come up for each record. But all the 40 records should come in my response. How I can do that? Yes, we will do it. Mm. Okay, I'll just toggle into a full screen. I'll just clear off everything. Just follow me how you can do. Now, I said I will want to get the records from the incident table. So I'll write like where gr is equal to new glide record of incident table. Okay, that incident table is there. It got selected. So it is italic. You can understand that. Next, gr dot add encoded query, because I have that query with me. I'll just once again copy that query, right click, copy query, go to your script and just paste it. Next, the next important step is like you are supposed to mention the query statement. Next, as I have said, I want every records, like all the bunch, like 40 I mentioned I want to get in the response. I need to use a while loop. When it is a bunch and I want to display everything I want to pull, you are supposed to use a while loop. So I'll just go here while gr.next. Okay, when this is satisfied, go into this loop I'm telling. Okay, now I'll declare one empty array like, and I'll try to push all the four fields into this tx. Okay, like jx dot first I mention I want the number. I'll just write tx dot number is equal to, this is the query I have used, like this particular incident number I am telling. So I need to write gr dot get display value of the, see whatever you write on your right hand side are the backend values of the fields. Whatever I'm writing on the left hand side, they are the names of your choice. They doesn't mean anything. You can write whatever names you want. But on the right hand side, whatever I'm writing here represent the backend values of the fields. Like for example, if I go to my incident, I have this number. I am supposed to write the backend value of this number. If short description, backend of this. If caller, there's a backend name of caller underscore ID. Those all I'm supposed to write on my right hand side. Okay, just remember it. I'll just push some more. Sys is equal to gr dot value of sys underscore id tx dot I'll just include some caller as well. Caller is equal to gr dot get display value of caller underscore id and tx dot short is equal to gr dot get value of short description. Okay, and one more I'll just pass assign assignment group is equal to gr dot get display value of backend name of assignment group is assignment. Just be careful with the names or else they'll be populated with an empty one. Assign. Okay, good. Now what I have done is nothing but I have used a while loop. Whenever this query is satisfied, the bunch of the 40 records should go here. Okay, only the 40 records will be coming up here. They're going to go into this while loop. Later on, I declared an empty array where I want to pass each and every record's numbers is caller short description group into this tx array. Now my challenging is that nothing but how I can push all this completely into my response body. For that, I'm going to declare a variable outside of this complete one, like where incident records is equal to this empty one block I'm going to just declare. Now in this I'll try to push all this. How I can do that is nothing but there is a one particular um, value like dot push where you can just use that and you can push directly everything. I incident records dot push. See you have populated with one push. I'll just use this. In this, I'm going to use directly this tx. Tx is nothing but the complete, all these fields have captured here. So I'll just push tx here. Okay, I'll just end with a semicolon. Half of the part is done. And now the last thing is nothing but you are supposed to push this into your response. So I have here request and response. So I'll just use this response one like response.setBody. So as I have pushed everything into this, means for example, I have used a query on incident, all the active records. I just use a while loop and I have declared some fields. This I have pushed here. And later on in the 70th line, directly in this empty one, I just tried pushing all these variables. Now, if I can directly use this incident underscore records in my response, complete things will be coming up. Okay, you can directly use this. I'll just copy it and I'll just paste it here. Just end with a semicolon. That's all. I'll just save it. Once let me refresh. This is format code where if you can align it properly, I'll explain you what it exactly is. See, I have used a GlideRecord on incident table. I have just used a encoded query and I have used next the query. Like whatever condition is satisfied, go here. While gr.next is nothing but like an enter. Yes, if it is satisfied, go into this loop and I have declared an array. I want only these 5 fields to be coming up for every instance. So I have declared here. And the left hand side are nothing but the variables of your choice, but the right hand side are the you are supposed to get the backend names of the fields. I'm just assigning here and pushing all this into my 11th line, this empty array. Later on what I did is nothing but in the 5th line I declared a variable with an empty one where I'm trying to use this puss push and I'm pushing all the things whatever I stored in this tx. Okay, now what happens is like every record whatever it is fetching will be pushed into this and it's going to be stored in this empty incident records. Now finally in my response I want to show that. So I used the default like request and response is there, right? So I used making of this response.setBody with this incident underscore records. Okay, now we'll be testing it. It should work. If it didn't work also, we'll make it work. No problem. Okay, I'll just save it. Now, as I didn't change any endpoints, I'll just refresh this and I'll just click on. See, I used only get. Okay, if someone is going to hit on my endpoint, I'm going to give them this details. That's all. Okay, according to your requirement, you're going to create whether it's a get request or a post. It's up to you. I'll just click on this and if I scroll down, I got 200. Okay, good. If I come down, oh, so you can see whatever I have declared in my response has come up result. Yes, that's an empty array. There I have passed like 5 variables like numbers is caller, whatever I have declared on my left hand side has come up. And this one is nothing but the I am getting a dynamic values from my incident table. Okay, dynamic I have done. If values are present, it will be coming up. If the values are not there, it will be like an empty. See if you can see assignment group, it's a software, everything has come up. This ID of that instant. This is how you can just make your customized scripted REST APIs. Okay, you can just play with your scripted REST APIs according to your requirement, and that's all. And thank you so much.